Hello, welcome to my channel, Just Lovely Energy. This is an element reading for fire signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what are the messages that you have for fire signs at this time? Okay, those two wanted to come out together. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So with this energy at the bottom of the deck, I am just getting that fire signs are in a space within their life at this time where they have to release something in order to gain something. And it's going to be different for everyone watching this video, but for some of you, you're going to have to release your old ways of doing something or looking at something. Like you're going to have to gain a new perspective in order to really get what you've been wanting as far as connections with other people, or as far as a certain job, or seeing a certain amount of money flow through. Spirit is waiting for you to release certain things before you're allowed to have what it is you've been desiring. For some of you, it's about letting go of always feeling the need to do everything by yourself or for yourself. Like you're going to need to allow others to start helping you. For some of you, it's going to be you needing to release your own habits or fears or anxieties that have to do with your past in general, because you're being asked to walk into a whole new part of your life that really has to do with expansion. And it has to do with, for some of you, it's you releasing that lack mindset, especially when it comes to prosperity and wealth. Like you have to be more used to luxury and being able to not feel any shame around it, especially if other people see that you have elevated or that you have a lot more. Like you have to get used to kind of showing off a bit. Also, it has to do with just you releasing thinking that you have to live how you've lived during poverty, or any type of situation, that has to do with survival. It's about releasing that survival mentality. And behind that, we have the Six of Pentacles, and that's representing that you have more, that you have to be open to receiving, as well as being able to give a lot more. So as you receive a lot more, for some of you, you're going to be asked, or your intuition is going to pull you towards, well, now that I receive more, it's time for me to step up and start giving more and doing more. And that could be as far as money, it could be any type of material gain, like you wanting to donate, for example, to Goodwill or Salvation Army, things like that. Also, it could be you wanting to just give more of your energy, time, or love to more of your desires in general. But it's about having that balance of giving and receiving, and being able to do more energy exchange in general. So let's take a look at your first card. We have the Hanged Man. So with this card, fire signs, again, you're being asked to let go and release something For some of you, it's going to be like just trying to release and let go of that control, that you've been trying to control something that hasn't been going your way like as you imagine, and you're being asked to basically let go and let God. Like, you can't continue to expect the same thing. If you have the same mentality, you can't expect anything different either if you have the same mentality either. So you really have to get to a point where you're releasing those fears, you're releasing that anxiety and doubt. You really need to have a new perspective at this time, in general, for whatever you've been praying about or asking for. It's requiring you to let go of something. So we also have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So this reverse alone is also letting me know that you have this King of Pentacles energy about you. Like, you already have confidence. You already have like those money making ideas. You already have like what it takes to be a leader, what it takes to rule a whole entire community, including online communities. You have what it takes with that fire signs, but you're it's either you holding yourself back because of what we discussed, or it's you legit, you've been holding back when it comes to your confidence and when it comes to you really getting certain things done that has been on your mind. Maybe you've been too much in your head as well. So for some of you, it's going to require you being more laid back when it comes to, for example, this card is really related to prosperity and money. So for some of you, you're being asked to switch things up, be more laid back. Don't be so hard on yourself or other people. And then for others of you, it's going to be you needing to really step things up, get used to being in authority, get used to taking charge and speaking up a lot more. Can you please clarify King of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, we have 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck this time since I shuffled. So you have a lot of opportunities coming in, different experiences that you're going to have. But like I said, it's going to require you doing something different, fire signs. So many of you with this 3 of Wands, you are well aware that you have new ships coming in, that you have like new opportunities. You're well aware of like the people that you could be working with and things you could be doing. But this is what I was picking up. Like, you're just standing there and in your head about a lot of it when you could be going out to receive more. You could be doing more to get out of your own way and go out of your way in general. So it's about you taking further action on something for the most part. And we do have the King of Swords here. So for some of you, it has to do with you accepting a certain truth of yourself or other people. And it has to do with you standing within your truth and being proud to speak up. Like I said, it's going to require some of you being able to speak up and being able to feel comfortable being in your truth. So also with this card, I'm getting, this has to do with you setting those boundaries. And that's what I mean about cutting certain things out. You have to set boundaries with yourself or with other people. And that's how you're going to be able to take on this new position or even expand with your current position. We also have the Two of Cups, as well as the Five of Pentacles came out together. So with this fire signs, I'm getting that, okay, for some of you that are listening, you've been like involved in some type of relationship, and the Five of Pentacles is there because you feel that you've been left out in the cold or something by this other person, in some sort of way, even if it has to do with this person just being more busy in general. But you have a lot to do within the connection on your part, on your half of things. So you don't have to feel this energy. Like Spirit is saying, you don't even have to feel bad because you're just as capable as that person. And this could do with you like putting that person, you know, that you feel that you have the spiritual connection with and union with. It could be with you putting them on a pedestal. And that could have to do with what you need to release, like putting another person on a pedestal. Because in all, you start feeling down when that energy is not even necessary, if you were able to focus on exactly what you need to do on your half of this connection. And it could have to do with a romantic connection, or it could have to do with someone that you're working with on a project. It could have to do with a coworker. It could also have to do with like someone who naturally is higher up than you on a certain job, like a boss or a manager or something like that. But you also have things that you could be bringing to the table more and expanding more within your within that specific area of your life in general. But you just have to really get used to opening up. You have to get used to that confidence, like that lion head with the wings on it. Like you have to get used to having confidence and like just spreading your wings within whatever your abilities are, because you're extremely capable, but you have to focus your attention elsewhere. So can you please clarify the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Cups? Why did those come out together? Also, I'm getting this has to do with you focusing on your mental health, spiritual health, and emotional health in general. And for some of you, that's just going to require you getting out of the space that you've been in. It's going to require you getting out of your comfort zone or getting out of isolation for some of you as well. Okay. So at the bottom, we do have Ten of Cups. So you have a lot of success behind whatever you've been thinking about, behind certain projects, behind certain desires and passions that you've really been wanting to get into. But you have to really get focused and, you know, cancel out all those distractions. And then underneath that, we also have the Magician. So you're extremely capable. This is what I'm talking about. It's a matter of you standing in your power. So we have the Four of Cups, which lets me know like at least one person out of this connection or partnership, at least one of you are feeling left out, or you're feeling bored, or like you're not getting enough in some type of way. Whether that's spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, like you're just feeling like you're in a rut for the most part. And one of you just really aren't satisfied within a certain it's either having to do with the person or it's having to do with just a certain way that you're doing things, like something within your daily routine that you need to switch up and change up. That is going to help you get out of that space mentally. And I see this as you being stuck in your head about something, but it's a matter of you taking that cup that spirit is offering you that is going to emotionally satisfy you as well as with the connection that you're in. And I am getting that it has to do with you and another person. And if it's not you feeling like that, it may be the other person that you're thinking of. This may be the other person that is feeling this way if it's not you. But we also have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Also, I'm getting, if that's the other person feeling this way, like there's nothing you can do to help them get out of that mental rut or state. Like you have to allow them to work it out for themselves and find that for themselves. As desperately as you may want to help them, if this is someone that you truly care about, and you want to see them like get through this, like they have to pull themselves out of that rut. So also we have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So with these cards, they came out together as well. So I am getting, like with the Queen of Cups, it's a matter of you focusing your attention, like I said. So because she's so focused on that cup, I feel like it's a matter of you focusing your attention, you know, on what emotionally satisfies you. You're going to be able to get a lot more out of what you're doing, and you're going to be able to feel a lot more lighter and happy as you step out of your comfort zone. And then the Knight of Pentacles is just you putting forth more effort or energy, like you offering more up to get more out of what you want. We have the Justice card, which this has to do with you finding a way to balance things more out for yourself so that you are comfortable with your new reality, or so that you're comfortable making certain decisions or even doing certain things to step up more. Like you have to just focus on whatever it is that is going to be helpful for you, because it's going to be different for everyone that is watching this video. And there's many things that you can do in order to feel balanced, and you're going to have to figure out if you need it mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, or physically. So that's just really up to you. And for some of you, I'm getting that this Justice card is here because you're going to have success getting justice for something that you've really been working hard for, or really been wanting, or really been praying for. Like you're going to receive justice when it comes to a certain matter. So Spirit, what are the messages from this card deck that you have for the fire signs? Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have protection. So again, it's coming up how you have to have boundaries, how you have to protect your energy. This can include like when it comes to your own confidence, like you have to speak life into yourself and into what you want in general. And it's important for you just to protect your dreams, to protect your goals. And you have to figure out like the best ways that you can do that. Also, some of you, this represents some of you being way too guarded as well. And like I said, I think I mentioned that you have to allow help in, that you have to allow yourself to receive from others as well. And behind that, we have clarity. So you're going to get a lot more clarity if you focus on protecting your energy, and if you focus on being less guarded. For some of you, you're going to get a lot more clarity, because maybe some of you have been in a rut because you've been feeling so cloudy, or you've been feeling just indecisive. So you have to focus your energy and attention somewhere. Also, we have the card Willpower. So with this card, I am sensing like it has to do with your confidence for the most part, fire signs. You have to gain enough confidence to go forth for what you want instead of just thinking about it. And with this moon being behind her, the moon is very well connected to feelings and your intuition. So you have to basically get to a point where you put your feelings to the side and put your feelings behind you and focus on what you're giving to the world, how you're showing up into the world in general, because that's extremely important. And you have to really prioritize. And it's not saying don't give yourself time to dig deeper into your feelings, but it is a certain time and a certain place that you can do that. So you really have to get to a point where you just know when is an appropriate time for you to do certain things. And then we also have financial health. So I'm also getting like, for some of you, this has a lot to do with time management. Like, you have to get better with your timing when it comes to getting certain projects or things done. And for some of you, you have to stick to something because you're so used to starting and then stopping when you're not seeing certain results. But you really have to stick to certain things in order to see those results. And you have financial health for a reason, because for some of you, you need to be focused on your financial health instead of so much on that partnership, and instead of so much on whatever you've been worrying about. It's important that you focus on your financial health, because you have a lot built up spiritually that's ready to come into your reality. But it's a matter of you focusing more on being grounded and focusing more on those connections, other connections that you need to build. Can you please clarify financial health? Okay. Yeah. You have fertility, so there is a lot that is built up financially, and basically it's waiting on you to give birth, but you have to do something to activate that in order to take place, in order to see more change physically. You have to do something on your part, and it's going to be different. So think about that. Simmer on that, what you need to do. We also have travel to clarify financial health. So with travel, you have to be focusing on something different at this time, putting your attention and focus elsewhere. Also, for some of you, like I said, you've been isolated, so you have to focus on getting out of isolation and getting out of your comfort zone more often. And then for some of you, it really has to do with you being open to more travel, especially if you're normally just doing your work at home or staying to yourself. Like, it's time for you to share those talents and expand. And for some, it's going to have to do with you like opening up a storefront or being able to, share what you do in person instead of only being focused online. And that's going to be different for everyone. So take what resonates, and what you've already been thinking about is what's going to give you a clue, like, to which one of those things I said that is related to you. That's going to be your confirmation. If you've already been thinking about it, go ahead and do it. So we also have protection here again coming up. So for some of you, you're being called to like do more to protect your finances and to protect your future finances. So think about investing. Also think about possibly even, for some of you, get into saving up more and budgeting more, because sometimes you can spend money way too quickly and you just need to get more focused on prioritizing when it comes to your finances. For some of you, it has to do with you like needing to get a savings account and focus on saving money there, because it can be a bit easier for you. And then we also have inspiration. So with financial health, this is what I'm talking about, that you have to get into sharing your talents, know that you're an inspiration to other people, and it can be so easy for you to share your light if you allow yourself to do that. Also, I'm getting like this is like Ace of Wands type of energy. So it has a lot to do with you being open to those newer experiences and being open to like your creativity, creating a lot of different projects or having multiple streams of income. Like really do have the the potential, but you have to see more of that for yourself. And it's important that you focus on how you inspire others naturally with just being who you are. Like, it's not always about just what you do all the time. But it's important that you put some of those things that you've been thinking about into motion, because you really have the power to inspire many people. And then we also have the card Beauty. So with this card, I'm getting it's a matter of you focusing your attention more on yourself, more on the beauty of yourself, of your talents. Focus more on the good that is going on within your life. Also, I'm getting like for some of you, it's focusing on self-love more, focusing on that physical aspect, like how are you showing up within this world, how are you coming off to other people is very important, the energy that you're giving, and you're going to need to do some self-reflecting in order to understand how this message is relatable to you as well. Can you please clarify Beauty? Okay, that's too many. Yep. For some of you, and Peace is at the bottom of the deck. So you're going to feel a lot more peaceful if you just bring your attention and focus to the things I just named, as well as be open to just spending time with animals in some way, especially if you have pets. Give more of your effort to playing with them, grooming them, bring them places with you if they're comfortable with that. But just focus on like the beauty that you feel and how your animals are encouraging you to see the light within yourself, or to feel comfortable in general. Like, your animals are attracted to you for a reason. And for those of you that don't have pets, this could be a sign that you should get a pet for some. And then for others, it's like going outside, focusing on nature, focusing on how, animals just are in their natural environment and being able to observe, because you can really learn a lot just from focusing on that. Also, like, it's like a part of natural beauty to be focused on your natural beauty as well, is what I'm picking up. And we also have friendship here. So another thing that will be helpful for fire signs is if you allow support in, which is what we continuously keep talking about. Like, you have to allow support. And for those of you that struggle with friendships and stuff, like, see what you can do better on your part. Especially if you found yourself in a space that you haven't really been having a lot of time with friends as you want, or if you don't have any friends right now, will be a good time to focus on building friendships or making a friend in some sort of way. This also has to do with you allowing support of just certain connections in general in your life, and strengthening bonds that are within your life in general, as well as the online community that we talked about. Like, see the beauty within all of that. And then we also have life purpose. So this strongly has to do with you all focusing your priorities on the beauty of you being yourself and being focused on your life purpose. Like, you have to have balance when it comes to work, when it comes to play, when it comes to pleasure, when it comes to self-love and self-care. Like, you really have to focus on those things that are going to help bring more balance into your life. And for some of you, it's about you just having confidence within yourself that you can do anything that you set your mind to, and that has to do with your different life purposes. It could be your life purpose to be a friend, to be a mother, to be a daughter, to be an aunt. Like, it's just about you focusing your energy, like I said, on strengthening bonds. Also, for some of you, it has to do with, being a boss, being a leader, being able to be out of your comfort zone, to be more of a speaker, more of a helper to others. Is going to be different for everyone listening. So Spirit, can you please tell the fire signs what can they focus on at this time? What's going to be helpful for them to focus their energy towards right now? That's too many cards. One more, please. One more, please. Seek the truth keeps popping up. So for some of you, you have to focus your energy on seeking the truth about something, whether that has to do with yourself or another person. And don't do it in a way that's going to disrupt you or the other person. Like, do it in a healthy way that's going to bring more light and light energy. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we do have change your focus. So this is what I was talking about, like a need to change your perspective on something, as well as the need to just focus on something else altogether. So Fire signs, it's important that you focus on your healing with this Healing Begins card. You have to focus on those things that you know are going to be helpful for your healing and stop doing what you know is opposite to what you really truly desire. And you're going to have to dig deep to figure out, like, what have you been doing to go against what you've been saying that you want in general. But focus on your healing. Focus on those healthy things that you could be doing, especially with the way that you speak to yourself on a daily basis. And then another thing, you need to just focus on flow. Focus on going with the flow. Whatever is easy for you to flow with, focus on that. Whatever gives you peace, not those destructive things, but whatever is building you up. And then the last two cards we have are Coming Together and Heart Chakra. So for those of you that are concerned about that relationship, things are going to come together a lot more easier if you decide to focus on your heart's desires. If you give your focus and attention to more of what you want to do, you and that person are going to be able to come together in a much more peaceful way. And this is also about you allowing yourself to receive. So allow yourself to receive love, allow yourself to receive help, allow yourself to be surrounded by like-minded people as well, and those that have your best interest at heart. And one last message, Spirit, for the fire signs. What is the encouraging message that you have for them? One card, please. Focus on the positive. So just take more time focusing on the positive and counting your blessings. Thank you, fire signs, for listening to this message. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. And feel free to subscribe to my channel. I have plenty more videos, and share this with another fire signs that you feel that will need this message.